Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Blanco the Islam, and it's time for your best things to buy in GTA Online this week. Of course, this is a weekly series I do where we pretty much go somewhat in depth on what you should and should not be spending your money on, and of course, what you should and should not be spending maybe your time on, because time is also a currency, right? But anyway, before we do get into the video, of course, hit it with a quick like and sub if you do enjoy, and of course, use that hype feature, as this is the best way to help a video perform in the YouTube algorithm, and I do also greatly appreciate it. Now, this week we do have some pretty good things like the Math Lab here, can't say the actual name, but the Walter White stuff. You know, we got it 40% off, as well as double production speed, but we're going to get into all of that. Let's jump straight into it. So starting us off with the Valentine's Day event, this is available through February 18th. If you log in, you will receive the Valentine's Day onesie. We also have 4 times GTA money on associate bodyguard salaries, 3 times GTA money and RP on the Deadline duet mode, free champagne in all nightclubs, and of course 50% off all Valentine's clothing and the Nagasaki Shotaro. So moving forward, we have 2 times money on GTA Short Trips Community Race Series. Not too bad, not too great either. We do have 2 times GTA money and RP on research progress in the bunker, excuse me. So I don't want you to confuse this with research sale missions. Unfortunately, those are not double money. It is just the bunker research missions, not the sale missions. And then, of course, we have 2 times production speed on the Math Lab, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, which is essentially like double money. And if you pair this with the new feature in the mansion, if you do have a mansion, you can increase the production speed even more. So not a bad way to make money this week. And then, of course, the weekly challenge is to win 2 adversary modes to receive $100,000. You might as well get that done, to be honest with you. Now, moving into the vehicle sales this week, as I mentioned, we have the Shotaro at 50% off, aka the Tron motorcycle, coming in at just over $1.1 million. To be honest, if the Hakuchu Drag wasn't in the game, I would say it's worth it. But now that everyone has access to HSW and the Hakuchu Drag exists, it's by far the best motorcycle in the game. But outside of the Hakuchu Drag, the Shotaro is no slouch, man. This motorcycle is actually pretty good and worth the money, but unfortunately, you know, the Hakuchu Drag is just a much better buy, so I can't really recommend the Shotaro. And also, I can't really recommend the Warner HKR simply because I don't own it, but it does go for $885,000. But again, I've never owned it, customized it, or driven it, so I'm not going to give an opinion on it. But if you guys like the vehicle, leave a comment down below for others to be able to refer to your comments. Now, I do recommend the Nero at 30% off. It's just over $1 million, and it is a Benny's upgradable vehicle. You could put a wide body kit on it, and it's based off of Bugatti. You could have a wide body Bugatti, man. Like, I mean, is there really much else to say here? The car drives pretty decently. The customization is awesome. Obviously, after doing the Benny's upgrade, definitely recommend getting it. Next up, we have 30% off the Futo GTX, coming in at $1.1 million. And then if you have the trade price, $834,000. Honestly, this is another car that I've never actually owned. I've never driven it, never customized it. So please leave your comments below if you recommend it for others. Next up, we have 30% off the Rogue, coming in at $1.1 million. Trade price is $840,000. I don't see a purpose of buying this, to be honest. I mean, it's a cool looking aircraft, I guess, but it really serves no purpose, especially compared to some of the aircrafts in the game. So I don't think you should waste the money on it. I'm going to go ahead and say avoid that. Next up, we do have the Power Surge, coming in at $1.1 million as well. Now, this motorcycle is actually not that bad, but again, just as the Shotaro, you know, it's victim to the Hakuchu Drag. It's just so much better. I can't really say I recommend getting it. Next up, we have 30% off the Heavy Veter, coming in at $1.1 million as well. A lot of vehicles are $1.1 million this week, but the trade price is $855K. I mean, if you want to role play with this thing, I guess, but outside of that, this thing is a big piece of junk, and I don't see why you would want to purchase it. Now, I do highly recommend the Baller STD. I definitely recommend picking this up, especially at 30% off, coming in at $1.2 million. One of the better SUVs in the game, in my opinion, not just performance-wise, but looks-wise as well. This thing just screams luxury, man, and it feels so good to drive it. Very, very nice-looking car. One of my favorite cars in GTA Online, period, let alone from the SUV category. So I would highly recommend getting the Baller STD for $1.2 million. Now, next up, we have the Benefactor Vorschlag Hammer, if that's how you pronounce it, coming in at just over $1.2 million. I highly suggest this vehicle. You can put drift tuning on it, one of the better drift tunable cars. It looks really good, and honestly, I did own this car in real life like 10 years ago when I was a little bit younger. One of my first, I think it was like my second car ever. So maybe a little bit of bias, but definitely get the Vorschlag hammer for 30% off. I don't think you'd regret it. Next up, we have the weaponized dinghy coming in at just under 1.3 million. I don't know if I would recommend this. I don't see a purpose of why you would want this thing. I think you could just call one in from like your Kataka and stuff like that. I guess it's not weaponized, but anyway, I would just avoid it. Thing's pretty pointless, to be honest with you. Next up, we have 30% off the Pfister Comet S2 coming in at 1.3 mil, trade price 985,000. Now the car looks great, really good customization. I'm gonna be honest with you, the performance is not the best. There's definitely other better Pfister vehicles in the game, but honestly, this one just looks so good that I think it's worth the price just for the visuals, to be honest with you. Again, I might be biased, but let's move on. We have 30% off the R-Tark coming in at just under $1.4 million. Honestly, I got this car randomly once from the casino and I really enjoyed driving it. It became like one of my favorite maybe 15, 20 cars in the game. It's in my top 15 or 20. It's a really interesting looking car. It's fun to drive. I definitely recommend getting it. Next up, we have 30% off the ETR1 coming in at just under 1.4 million as well. And honestly, I've never owned, driven, or customized this vehicle. I believe it has like zero customization, but the performance is decent. I'm gonna probably buy this week, and maybe we'll see if I enjoy it or not. But let us know in the comments if it's good, because I've never owned it, so I have no clue. But let's move down to the casino, where your prize ride this week is gonna be the Coquette D1. This thing is worth a decent amount of money, so it's worth coming to, spin the wheel for it. So as is tradition here on the channel, we are going to go ahead and give the wheel a live spin. I think this is a limited time Valentine's Day livery. I might be mistaken on that. I might be wrong, man. I don't know. It might just be a plain pink livery with a pink paint job. I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and spin for this vehicle and see if we could get this pink monstrosity into one of our garages. Usually we get clothing. I don't mind the coins because then I could take those upstairs for blackjack. Oh, we almost got the vehicle. It went to the slot right next to it. But we will come back the rest of this week. We will claim this vehicle. I usually get them at some point. But let's move down to the LS car meet, where your prize ride this week is going to be the Ubermacht Reinhardt, which you should definitely grab this week. One, because it's a really awesome looking vehicle. It actually looks really, really nice. And all you have to do is win an LS car meet race. So you could literally just do one win share with a friend and you get the car. So essentially it's like a free car. So definitely come down to the LS car meet and do those races. Now for your HSW test track vehicle, we do have the Maibatsu Monstrosity, which actually is a very, very good HSW car. Very underrated, and it's like a hidden gem almost. There's like a cult behind this car, I promise you. Very, very good car. But don't buy it from here. If you want one, you could just get it from the website. It'll be cheaper because it won't have those customizations that already come on that one, which you might not want. So Monstrosity definitely gets the thumbs up from me. It gets the approval stamp, but just not from the LS car meet. Just get it from the website. Now, moving on to the regular test track vehicles, we have the Ocelot Lynx. Now, this vehicle was at one point one of the faster cars in the game, but now that HSW has been implemented, a lot of cars smoke this thing out of the water and almost make it pretty much useless, and there's almost no reason to buy it outside of its pretty decent looks. But if you ask me, I would say to avoid the Ocelot Lynx. Had this been maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I would have said to get it, but at this current state in the game, the Lynx is pretty bad. And I'm sorry, I just can't give it the approval stamp. Definitely avoid the Ocelot Lynx. Next up, we have the Bravado Valerier. I always forget how to say this one. They got it in pink, for Valentine's Day, but don't be fooled, man. This thing is not sweet. You will not love this car, man. This thing sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It just has no customization, and I have like 2 of them that I got through the casino, and like last time it was on sale, I got one, and I just never use it. So I'm just going to go ahead and say to avoid it. And lastly, we have the Lampadati Pagali. Now, I've never owned, driven, or customized this vehicle, so as per rules of this channel, we will not be leaving approve or disapprove stamp on whether you should or should not purchase this. I'll leave that up to you guys in the comments. But let's head down to Simeon's, where we have to start off. We have a pink rat rod, the Class A rat rod. I don't care, man. I know there's a cult behind this car. People stand behind this car. They say it's great, it's fast, all this other stuff. I will continue to be of the camp of an immediate no. Every time this car comes across my screen, it's an immediate no for me. Avoid it at all costs. It looks horrible. I don't care what top speed it could reach and all that stuff. Do not get the rat rod. It's absolutely gross. Avoid it at all costs. Next up, we have the Hijack Rustin. This is actually one of the more fun vehicles to drive. It doesn't have crazy amounts of customization. Not really too fast either, but it's just really fun to drive. It handles well. It grips well to the street. So if you want like a driver's car, I would say get the Hijack Rustin. I think you will not be disappointed, and I think you'll really enjoy it. You don't have to leave it in this kind of pink color, even though it does look kind of cool. This whole Valentine's theme, they got all these pink cars going on. But yeah, Hijack Rustin usually gets the approval stamp from me. Very, very fun car to drive. Now, unfortunately, next up, we have the Dinka Enduro, which again, I've never owned, never driven or customized. I got to start buying more of these cars that I've never owned and just kind of shove them into properties that I never use, just to at least customize them and drive them. Because I'm tired of saying that, oh, I've never owned it, but that's really what it is. I've never owned, driven, or customized this vehicle, but from what I've gathered online, it's nothing special. Like, I've done a little bit of research, nothing special here. It's not like you got to break the bank to go grab the Dinka Enduro. I think you can easily pass up on this vehicle, and I don't think you're going to be missing out on anything in particular here, right? Now, let's wrap up Simeon's. We got two bikes over here. We got the Lampadati Michele GT. Kind of like a dirt bike, so if you're in the market for one of those, then why not? Seems to have a Valentine's Day livery on it, not 100% sure. But again, nothing too special here. You know, you're not missing out on anything if you don't get the Lampadati Michele GT. So, you know, Simeon's is a little disappointing this week, but this is another bike that I think that we can pass on. And let's move on now to the Western Rat bike right here. This one's an OG, Western Rat bikes. A lot of people like the Western Rat bike, but again, you're not missing out on anything if you do not purchase it this week. It's not like, you know, it's a catastrophe if you don't get the Western Rat bike. So unfortunately for Simeon's, the only vehicle I could really recommend in here is the Hijack Rustin. All these other vehicles, I'd say you can pretty much pass up on, and you're not missing out on anything. Now, moving on to luxury autos, we do have the new Ubermax Sentinel GTS, which I do highly recommend. But you don't have to get it from here. You can get it from the website at Legendary Motorsports on your phone. It'll cost less because it won't have these customizations on it. So, you know, it'll be a couple $100,000 less. And then, of course, on sale, this vehicle is the Benefactor Vorschlagen Hammer, however you pronounce it. Definitely highly recommend getting it. But again, get it from the website, not from here, because it will be a little cheaper due to the fact that Luxury Autos kind of has customizations on it by default, therefore leading to a slightly higher price than you would normally pay on the website itself. Now, let's move on to the Garment Factory. Your FIB file, the priority one, is going to be the fine art file. That's probably the best one to be priority. That's the most fun mission, to be honest with you. Here are your salvage yard robberies. Unfortunately, none of them claimable, but if you want to go ahead and do the worst business in the game without claimable vehicles, go ahead down to your salvage yard and do these. I don't know why you would. They take about an hour and you get like, you know, 250, 300K. Definitely not worth it in my opinion. Here are the locations of your time trials. This one's going to go for 100K. I would definitely suggest doing it along with your HSW time trial, paying out 250K. Those are locations for those, and I would definitely recommend getting those done. A quick way to make 350K, right? But that does bring us to the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. If you made it to the end, of course, hit it with a thumbs up, because clearly you liked the video if you stayed 14 minutes in. And of course, hit that subscribe button, turn the bell notifications on so you can stay up to date with all uploads. I make all kinds of GTA content. We're going to really revamp the channel and kick it back into high gear throughout the rest of 2026, especially with GTA 6 now, the release date being confirmed. We are definitely going to run this train straight to November and then hop straight into GTA 6. So join the Slime Squad, turn them bell notifications on. And of course, until the next video, peace out, boys.